agreed number?
No, but, I think, we should, pay the interim executive director the salary that our executive director is getting. I have that number, if, that's what we would like to do. That number is 131,203 and 54 cents.
It
To be
makes,
exact.
I don't know, I'm not comfortable with
it
it.
makes sense to me that that would be done. And as I look at, I think Dave's shaking his head yes, and
Absolutely, I think that's the only fair thing.
Steve, is this anything that's been discussed with you or that needs further discussion?
No further discussion, that's acceptable.
Would you like a motion?
Yes,
I would move the resolution as written, identifying Steve Lawrence as the interim executive director of the OBPA at the salary that's currently being paid, which is $131,203.54 a year, prorated.
effective January 18th, 2020.
I second that.
Discussion? And Marie, call the roll, please.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Kaufman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence, anything you now hate all of us?
You're stuck now,
No.
so.
The one thing you didn't mention is, you didn't say you didn't get your other salary.
What do you work for?
Well, he's sharing with me, so I don't know, I've got that problem now. It'll be blended.
There's some movement at the other side of the table.
You are counsel?
I think it's good, man.
No, thank you for the vote of confidence, and I have spoken to a number of board members, and I'll do whatever it takes or whatever you need. And I have relayed that to a number of you, so keep that in mind.
We don't doubt that for a second. Agenda item A2, approval of a standard workday reporting requirement. This is a standard resolution that we have to pass every year. I believe our first meeting. It is what it is. Establishing the standard workday, 8 hours per day, 40 hours per week. Follows our attendance policy that we've used for multiple years. For motion.
Sam, I have a question because I'm just confused. Am I understanding correctly that this applies to the staff, the hired staff? This doesn't apply to the board members, for instance. We're not suggesting that the board members get credit for a full work week.
We don't get credit. We don't.
That makes.
They do, we don't.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's because we're not paid.
Yeah, I'm coming out of, my yesterday, which, town board members get credit for a couple hours a week,
Right.
which is a different issue.
And as a county,
And they actually get paid.
as a county legislator, again, we had to do the same thing, and it's different.
Sure.
Yeah.
That answers my question.
Yeah, we're-
And thank you for indulging
We
me.
did not.
Okay, we wanna make a motion to get paid? It's not gonna go anywhere.
No.
Okay, good. Okay, again, someone like to move that?
I'll move it as drafted in the
I'll
resolution.
second
Second? Chris?
Yep.
Any discussion? Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Kaufman?
that. Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Agenda item A3, approval of state mandated officer appointments. Again, this is a standard that every year we do. It has changed, the names, not the appointed officer. Steve will now be the contracting officer, liaison, Office of Prevention of Domestic Violence, ethics officer, Everyone else stays the same.
Do we need to change the language to interim executive director, or just can we leave it this way?
I think you can leave it that way.
Leave it?
I
Okay.
can leave it that way.
Alright.
Because you haven't started the conduct of a search yet.
I just didn't want there to be an issue where they were like, oh, giving Steve a hard time.
No.
Works for me.
Your motion,
So moved.
second?
Second.
Any discussion? Not Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Coffin,
Yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Whitten,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, thank you. Next. Approval of airport capital improvement plan. Boy, if we had a lot more time. This can change periodically.
Actually, I think it can change every year.
Yeah, it's going
Is it
to.
Well, Tim.
It's a
It's
5-year
going to,
plan.
because I don't approve the last couple of years in there, but,
It's a plan only.
I know. That's right. Is that a reason? So I'm not gonna prolong the discussion. We can do that at a different time. I believe, McFarland Johnson has met with us last year and discussed this. I think we've all seen the plans, Megan? Again, it's a plan that can be changed at any time, actually. But something I think the facilities committee will need to talk about in the future. Not tonight. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second? Any discussion? Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Mr. Coffin,
Yes.
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Whitten,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. Move on to agenda item A5, approval of signature authorizations for Community Bank and Key Bank. Again, we need to fill in the name of Steve Lawrence for interim executive director. Everything else stays the same. It's another one of those resolutions we do every year.
Mr. Chairman, the report has only 5 names, the resolution has 6. Does it matter
Who are we missing?
for Rita?
Maria.
Oh, that had, yeah, it should only be 5. She's not currently a student.
Right, you don't sign checks now, right, Maria? Right? No. So,
I'll move the resolution deleting the last name on the list for a total of 5.
Okay.
Sam Burns, Megan Whitney, Christopher Coffin, Steve Lawrence, and Joe Russo.
resolution's been amended and moved, is there a second? Any discussion? Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Mr. Burns,
Yes,
Ms. Whitten,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Coffin,
Yes.
motion carried.
thank you. Agenda item A6, approval of signature authorizations for Community Bank Airport parking lot account. Again, the name of Steve Lawrence needs to be placed in the resolution as interim executive director. Everything else is, I believe, as it was in the past 2 years, no, or has it been 3 years? Remember? 3?
Right. Would not go?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think it has
I haven't
been
been here that long.
3, Is there a motion?
So moved.
Placing the name of Steve Lawrence in,
Yes,
right?
adding Steve Lawrence's name.
For a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Ms. Whitten,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Coffin,
Yes.
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
motion carried.
Agenda item A7, approval of T. Hanger lease. Stephanie, You worked on this?
Is this a renewal of an existing?
This is a renewal of an
Okay.
existing lease.
So he's not adding anything to
No,
it?
it's not.
did I miss that in the beginning? I thought this, I was hoping this was a new one.
No.
No, still, that's good, that, This is the,
And we kept the rate the same?
The rate that was changed, we changed the rate in August of last year, so it's consistent with everyone else's.
Okay.
is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Excuse me, second?
Second.
Any discussion? Emery, call the roll, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Coffin?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Whitney?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Agenda item A8, approval of easement agreement with Spectrum Northeast LLC. Steve, you have background information?
I don't, but John does, I believe, right, John?
Yeah, it's just there's some lines over the railroad. So, it's a 5-year, supposed to be 5-year renewal, and everything paid up front.
For 5 years?
Yeah, it's actually 6 years.
What has it been in the past?
It was,
Fee, I'm sorry.
500. And the last one was a 10-year agreement, it was 5 years at 300, then we increased it to 5 years to 500. And we kept it the same because we wanted the funds up front. So we'll get that 2,500 up front.
Well, I salute you.
John, how many, we've got about a half a dozen of these kind of,
There's quite a few.
yeah,
There's
and
a whole list of them.
it's nice to have,
Because we own the rail line, right?
correct?
Yes, and we have some at the rail, at the airport, and in the industrial park.
Is that a
normal price?
Yeah, I haven't evaluated the prices. When I do a new one, I do a comparison with some of the ones that have been updated, so I try and keep it consistent. But there's some that we've gone considerably higher for. So, just depends. Wouldn't be bad to review and have a policy on it.
Yeah.
But they're all different, I guess. Some go under the railroad, some go over, like the power authority's got almost a permanent easement. They're going with massive power lines that are being upgraded this year. Felt they should update it and provide us some funding, but basically they have, I think we gave away our rates to it at one point in time, so.
A long time ago, probably in the
I did-
seventies.
I did my best.
Yeah, when
No,
they
it went back to
went
like,
Well, when they put the 765
Yes.
KV lines, they started sometime in the seventies.
We gave away our rights to.
No, it was part of the deal to get the power authority to run it. We wanted it run the way it ran,
Okay,
but, and they had to negotiate with all private landowners too, it wasn't just us. I mean,
right.
they didn't go over large swaths of authority land.
it went back to after World War II. It was the Rutland Railroad and another railroad, different owners that don't even exist anymore, obviously,
Right.
that did the original easements, and we acquired the railroad. and became our property.
Or something, defense.
Well, if you would, look at that fee, I thought it was, we're getting 2,500 for every year.
No.
Wishful thinking.
You could have John take a look at all of them, make a
If
chart
you
of
would,
all of
yes,
them.
yeah,
And then you see, and depending on where they are, maybe you can even them out.
yeah.
Yeah, we've been going in that direction with Slick or some of the newer ones at the airport, so those have been, and these are consistent. I'll take a look at it.
Good, thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any further discussion? No? Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Mr. Coffin?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes,
Ms. Whitney?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Motion carried.
thank you. Agenda item A9, assignment of T-based communications lease agreement. Mr. Lawrence, if you would, go through some of this for us, please?
I think that's something John, you handle, John?
Frank, reviewed it, didn't you?
You're best of luck.
Boy, I guess so, I guess.
Hey, you're the
It was-
I read it over, I was down here.
Now, it was sent to me to review. What it is this company is financing T-based communications. And they took an assignment of the lease, and what they have for security is not the building, not our fixtures, but anything that belongs to T-Base Communications. That's the security for it. We don't even get into the money part. That's the security. So if T-Base goes out the wrong way, they would get all of T-Base's equipment, whatever it amounts to, which may or may not have any value at all, but
Right.
they can't get a lien against our building, they can't get a mortgage against our building, so that's the best they can do. I didn't see any problem with it. We want T-Base Communications to stay and move along.
Absolutely. Good.
I don't know what kind of financing they get, but, hey,
If it makes the company more profitable and helps with their local personnel, I think it's great.
the first page, paragraph C outlines what they're taking the lien on. Their cash, their furniture,
Right, yeah,
it's just,
Everything is not ours.
right. Yeah, and have such equipment bolts to the floor, I mean, that's pretty much everything.
well, if their equipment, we may have stuff, I don't know if we have any stuff bolted inside those buildings or not, but it wouldn't affect our HVAC systems and all the stuff up above,
Right,
that's in the air.
right. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? None? Emery, call the roll, please.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Kaufman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. What else?
Where is that?
Where am I?
The approval of the emergency roof.
Agenda item A10, approval of a contract with RSI Roofing for emergency roof repair at Commerce Park Building 11. Steve?
I can do that. As you are aware, the roof was damaged on November 1st. And the warranty on the roof, belonged to, the manufacturer that, or RSI is their warranty representative for the roof. So we, in order to keep the warranty on that roof, we needed to use them. And it was an emergency repair. The work's already been done, but this was and you'll see in there, this quote was fair and reasonable, and the quote was submitted and approved by the insurance adjuster. And the repair quote was based on New York State Department of Labor prevailing wage rates, and the contractor is qualified to perform the work. Right now, we're in the process of being reimbursed by our insurance carrier, and we're just going back and forth right now as to if they insist that it's a pass-through, and if we get the bill and we have to pay it and that, but they did say that we did apply for a waiver where they will pay the contractor directly, and
Insurance company.
the insurance company, and I made the roofing company aware of that, just that they submitted their final bill just recently, but they did a great job in some tough circumstances. So they've always been good to us. We've used them everywhere, and I recommend them highly. But this is coming to you after the fact, but we did need board approval because of the large amount
Right.
on that.
I will just know, that is a local, that's a governor company, so it's,
Yes.
helping North Country businesses.
Good. Motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Emery, call the roll, please.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Kaufman?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Ooh, there's another elevator. Annual contract. Steve?
Yeah, we have 2 elevator units, one in the main building and one in the warehouse building that have been up at the board station. They've been there since 2003. And we've always had ThyssenKrupp installed them. They're the manufacturer, and they've done all preventive maintenance. They were able to give us a contract based on the New York State contract pricing, and you see that in there. They have submitted, we've done 5-year before. When I look at it, you don't really know what the added costs are, but they do have a kind of a COLA in there, and it is governed by New York State contracts, so I can't imagine it would be exorbitant or anything, but it only talks about the first year, and that's that number that's based on. So I imagine with the age of the elevator, they have to factor in that, because there's parts that they supply that they may see, they may have to provide more things with the age of the elevator, and that's how they factor it. It's gone up steadily over 15 years, but we've had good success with them, and then they're able to, they give an annual inspection, or monthly inspection, then an annual inspection, and that's called for in the lease. So we just pass that on to to GSA, that, you know, that's part of what we're required to do, so they take care of all of that for us.
Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Any further discussion? None, Anne Marie, call the roll, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Coffin,
Yes.
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Whitney. Yes. Motion carried.
Now, I believe there was an agenda item C here. Was that for today?
That, we wanted you to discuss that. It's not on the agenda.
No. I think all the board members should read the background, if we gave them all the background on this. This is something that dates back to 2016, so, and it should be discussed in executive session at the next meeting.
Okay, good. I do remember that.
I think I was the only one here.
I was,
Steve.
we were here.
I was here.
You was here in
You were here for
16?
that? I was here for the meeting, but I didn't have the follow-through on where that ended up, but
Yeah,
when you brought me up
I
to speed.
remember the discussion.
I can't remember that far back. But
Okay,
that's how it should be done now.
that's all of the agenda items, I believe. Next are concluding comments from citizens, board members and board staff. And, you know, I wish Wade would have stayed longer. I know he had a prior engagement, but on behalf of the authority, I'd like to thank him for the many years he spent here and the hard work he put in. Obviously, over that period of time, this was his home away from home, I guess. He spent a lot of hours not only here at the White House, but at the airport and other places in the authority. And we certainly should thank him for the many years he has served here. And I would like to at least make sure that was on the record. And certainly thank Steve for stepping up. Obviously, we do have confidence in you, Steve, and know that you will do a good job. And I received a letter from Troy Barr. This is to inform us that his last date of service at the Arlington Vision Port Authority will be February 5th, 2020. Mr. Barr started here in November of 1989. And is it true, has he been a toll collector all those years? Has he really?
Yes.
So we would certainly like to thank him for his service here at the Bridge and Port Authority and wish him well in his retirement after February 5th,
Very solid employee. Troy was, or is.
as our employees are. So we thank him for that. Sometime in the future, Megan, I believe we will need a meeting by the Personnel Committee. Okay? Anything else? Is there a need for executive session?
Yes.
Yes?
there
Okay, to discuss a
is.
personnel matter?
Yes.
All right, and who do you need here for that?
Mr. Russo, and that would be it.
And you and the board.
You mean, okay.
Anything else from the meeting?
Sam, notice the next board meeting is on February 13th. Is it gonna be late in the afternoon? Very late. I gotta take my wife to Plattsburgh to catch a train. She's babysitting the grandkids that long weekend.
Is 3:30 too late?
I'll try to make it for 3:30. So she's done it, like, I think I put her on the train at 1.
That's right.
Depending on the weather, I could be.
Yeah,
You're on
okay, we'll see what's on the
You're
agenda.
under 4 minutes.
All right.
Okay? Is that good for everyone? Opposed? Kate, Tom?
Yeah, all good.
Megan? All right, in light of that, we will go into executive session. Is there a motion to do so?
Move to go into executive session,
Second,
discuss personnel.
by Megan, for personnel discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed? We're in executive session.
I'm out.